book besties, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morales, and for today's video we're going to be attempting to do a 24-hour readathon. I will be apologizing in advance for any bad lighting that's in here. Unfortunately, today in Jersey it is pouring outside, like it's really bad, so I apologize for that if the lighting is not so great. That is why. It's because New Jersey wants to act like, you know, not good. So we are gonna go ahead and let you guys know that this 24-hour readathon, it's going to be a challenge for me. I'm not gonna lie, I've never done this before, as you guys can see, and it's gonna be a challenge. I asked people in my Instagram, so if you're not following me on my Instagram just yet, it's gonna be down in the description. I do a lot more polls there and things like that to help me decide what I'm gonna read, because I am really bad at deciding. I can never choose a book. Like, that's one thing that's really bad about me. So I'm gonna show you guys the books that I'm going to be reading in this 24-hour readathon. I wanted to read 3 books, but to be completely honest, I don't have the audiobooks for any of these 2 books. I've seen a lot of YouTubers that they have the audiobooks for them, so that helps them like a lot throughout the day to be able to finish something quicker. When you're not reading and you're getting your stuff done around the house, that helps you 100%. Like, that just makes the time go by quicker. But I don't have the audiobooks for any of these 2 books, which means I'm going to have to read these books all on my own by myself. So it's going to be a lot of reading, a lot of sitting down, a lot of like not talking, not socializing, because I need to get these books done. The very first book that Bookstagram chose for me to read in this 24-hour readathon was a book that I was not surprised that it was gonna be picked. Like, I am not surprised whatsoever that they picked this book, and I'm actually really excited that they did, because I've been in such a fantasy mood, in such a fantasy romance, fantasy everything, that I don't think I would have picked this book until later on this year. So I'm really happy that they actually picked this book for me, and we're talking about Every Summer After. Yes, I have not read Every Summer After. This book has been talked about everywhere. My bestie Lacey has told me to read this book so many times. I need to read it. You know, she read it, and I have not read it yet. So I'm really excited that I got to actually pick up this book because of a video. So I'm really excited. In this book, we're basically following like 2 childhood best friends, basically. And Persephone, or Percy, how they call her in the book. So I just read the back just to give a little bit of a backstory on this book without giving anything away, of course, because I have not read it. So basically, she ended up leaving the town that they grew up in, and they were inseparable. They were best friends. They were everything. And she's being forced to now have to, not forced, but like she has to go back into the town after years, after 6 summers. Because she has to go to her mother's funeral. I think it's her mother's funeral or Percy's funeral, or Percy's or Sam's mother's funeral. I'm not exactly sure, but she has to go back to the hometown, and it's like they never left, but they have to. It's like she never left. Like, their relationship is kind of like she just never left, but they have to confront like their past and the mistakes that they made back then. So that is basically what this book entails. I am really excited to see. Hopefully I don't cry. I'm not a crier, I'm not gonna lie, like, but I'm sensitive. Like, I get sensitive with certain things. So I hope this book just makes me happy and makes me just be like, oh my god, that is true love, or something like that. And I hope I don't get like disappointed or anything like that, and I hope I like it just as much as everyone does, because this is a book, again, that it's been highly talked about and highly rated, and I'm really excited to read this one, and I can't wait. I think I'm gonna start with this one. I'm not sure yet, but let me show you guys the second one that was picked. The very next book that we are reading for this 24-hour readathon is Belladonna. I am so excited to read this book because the cover kills me. Like, my favorite color is purple, and this book it's just a beauty. Let's just look at it. Like, it's just, gorgeous in the inside, gorgeous in the book cover. Like, look, like the actual book. Look at that book spine. Like, it's amazing. It's like gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And when I posted this post, I was so excited that they actually picked this for me, because I'm like, oh yes, look at this. I'm assuming that's her in this darkness. Anyway, so this book entails Signa. I think that's how you say her name. She is an orphan. She's always been an orphan, and every family that she's been with kind of like suffers a tragic end, like either dies or anything like that. So basically, a spirit pops up one day and tells her that she was poisoned by someone, and she is basically determined to know who did it. So basically, this is like a murder mystery type of situation, but she might have to align with death itself to be able to find who is doing this to these people. So because her family that she's with right now can be in danger, and again, she's an orphan, she gets put with people, and the family that she's with right now is in big danger. To know what's going on, like what's her past about, why is everyone around her family that she's being put with dying. And I can see the romantic, I can see the romance in there. Her and Death have to align, they have to do things, they have to find the murderer. It's Death. I mean, of course, they're probably gonna project this man to be a freaking gorgeous man. So I cannot wait to read this book. This is the second book that I'm going to be reading. It's quite a bit. It's not that long actually, but it is 300 and it's 400 pages. So we have about, I want to say 900 and something pages to read in this 24-hour readathon. These are going to be my 2 books that I'm going to be reading for my 24-hour readathon, and I cannot wait. So it's about, I'm starting late. I'm starting pretty late. It's Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and go for a walk because I need to be active. I need to stay because it's so bad outside. Like if I show you guys, it is so rainy outside that people just want to sleep. Like I want to sleep. I want to sleep all day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to start reading Every Summer After while I take my walk downstairs. I'm not going to go out. Of course, it's pouring, but I'm going to pick up Every Summer After now. I don't do as many reading check-ins or anything like that. Is because I'm trying to get through these books. And I told my fiance today, I was like, babe, I am gonna stay up as long as possible. Last night I went to bed really early. I don't know why, I was just like really tired, and today I woke up a little later than I wanted to, just because like the weather is so bad that our room is pitch dark. So I understand, like I lost track of time and I just didn't wake up. But I'm gonna start with Every Summer After, and I'm gonna go get my coffee as well after I go for my walk, and I'm really excited. For you guys, I'm just popping in on here. I'm about 100 pages into the book and I am loving it. Like I already teared up. I was gonna do a quick check-in as soon as I started like tearing up, but I was like, no, Morales, just wait a minute, just let's read a little bit more. The way that this author is making me feel about this book, it's incredible. Like I haven't felt this way. When you read fantasy romance, it's like a little bit different because I feel like, I don't know, it's just the romance in this book, it's amazing. Like I said, 100 pages in. I'm not nowhere near done, but I am absolutely loving it. The way that I'm getting to know both of these characters, Piercy, Sam, I'm like in love. Like I tear up already. The first chapter and the second chapter, I believe, when unfortunately some things happen and she has to go back. It's not a surprise. It says that in the back of the book. So Sam's mother passes away, and we get to know, and like the way Piercy express, like the way like she explains in the book, like how his mom was and how beautiful of a person she was. I just started tearing up. I was like, sold. Like, I have a prediction, and my prediction is that this book is gonna be a 5 star. Like, this book is gonna be a five star. Like, I just have it in my soul. Like, I don't want to speak too soon because I don't know how this book is going to end, but I want to say that this book, it's probably gonna be a 5 star. Like, the way that I'm getting to know Sam, and I don't think this is a dual POV. Like, so far I've just been getting I've just been getting Persephone's point of view. I'm like shocked the way that this book is going. Like, I am absolutely loving this book, and I'm not gonna make this any longer because I need to just keep reading it because I'm in a time crunch here. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and as you guys can see, I'm only 100 pages in. Like, I started reading pretty late, and I went to get coffee. I went to work out downstairs, and you know, like, it's gonna take me a little bit more to get through this book, but I'm loving it. Like, I'm obsessed. Hi, book besties. We are back with our final check-in for this 24-hour readathon. Unfortunately, this 24-hour readathon wasn't executed so perfectly because I only got to read one book. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just reading one book. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I don't have a audiobook for this book or for any of the books that I was intending to read. So of course, like, it goes a lot quicker when you have an audiobook, just because like you do things around the house and you get stuff done, and you know, while you're listening to someone reading the book that you're reading. So but I didn't have that for this vlog, so unfortunately it was just me, and I started a little later like than I was expecting to. I started around like, I don't know, it was later. I don't know exactly the time that I started, but I would have rather like woke up like earlier and started the video like around 8 o'clock. That could have been my reading time, my starting time, and then I would have probably been able to pick up the second book, but I wasn't able to do that. But it's totally fine. I'm still feel really good that I was able to finish a book. Right now it's about 11 o'clock at night, and I have some thoughts about how I feel about Every Summer After. As you guys know, this book started as a 5 star for me. Like, it started amazing and I loved it, and I would definitely recommend it, but I spoke too soon. And the reason why I say that is because something happened in this book. This is gonna be a spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled about this book, just pause the video, read the book, and then come back to the video so you can finish, and we can see if we can maybe have similar, you know, similar thoughts about it. But one of the tropes that I hate the most in a book is anything relating to cheating. I know, I don't know if it's only me, but let me know in the comments if I'm the only one. But I hate cheating in books. And cheating when it comes to a family member, like, you cheated with someone that was so close to him, and that's not right. Like, cheating in general I don't like, but cheating with your brother, like, that's a little bit too much for me, girl. So that was the only thing that I did not like in this book. I didn't like how we got, like, we just moved on so quick from this. Like, I really wanted to see something that like we didn't move on so fast from. I don't know, it's just, that was the only thing that got me a little bit like through this book. So like, at the beginning everything was good. I tear up, it was emotional, it was amazing, the writing was amazing, we got to know these characters so well. But then towards the end, we found out what happened. We found out where she left. We found out like things and everything. And I just feel like, I don't know. I just, to be honest, that's just a personal opinion, personal preference. My rating went down because of that to a like higher, like a high 3.5 star. Like I don't want to say this book is a 4 star because of that trope, it really went down for me. But at the same time, this wasn't a 3.5 book. I just feel like that is too low for me. And this book was amazing, like the way that it made me feel. But then when it came to that point, I just felt like that's something that I personally don't like. So of course I'm not going to give it a 5 star when there was cheating involved. And like, but other than that, the book was executed perfectly. This author made us feel so many emotions, to know these two characters, to want to have a relationship like they did when they were younger, when they were kids, to like, I don't know, like this book made me want to be at a lake. That's how this book made me feel. Like this book made me feel like, one, I want to swim. I'm a swimmer personally. Like I did swim school. Like I did swim. I went to swim practice and everything, like my meets and everything. And this book brought me back to that my little swimming era back in high school. And so like I like that. I like how it transported me to like this place that they were in. So like I really give it to this book, which is why I don't want to say that it's so low as a 3.5, because it's not. Like I feel like it's higher than that. It's just a matter of the little situation that happened that I wasn't so in love with it. But at the same time, I felt like it was an amazing book, in my opinion. If you read this book, let me know how you felt about that. Just because, like, to me, it's weird. Like, I know it's fiction and everything, but like come on. Like, that's your brother. You're gonna see him in the holidays. You're gonna see him here. You're gonna see him there. Like, you slept with him. Like, oh, girl, come on. Like, in my opinion, like, that was a little weird. But it was amazing. So if you're into that, definitely pick up this book. I feel like a lot of people love it. A lot of people already love it. So I just feel like it's just, this book was amazing. It was. If you made it to the end of this vlog, thank you so much for watching. I promise next time I would do a better execution with my 24-hour readathon, just so I have more books to read. I just started really late, and I will make sure I have an audiobook just so I can get through the books a little quicker. But again, thank you so much for watching. All my social medias will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That will help me a lot, just so we can keep connected. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.